Hello students, welcome back to my another class. Hope you are completely well and full of life. Students, today I am going to discuss one more poem of your class 9th English textbook, Beehive, that is on killing a tree, which has been written by Giyu Patel. If we talk about the poet, Giyu Patel is an Indian poet, playwright, painter, as well as practicing physician. His poems speak of deep concerns for nature and expose man's cruelty to it. Now let us discuss the introduction part of this poem. When you read this poem, you find that the poet sensitizes the reader and highlights the fact that trees are living things. Okay? He equates trees with humans to convey that trees should not be cut, because destroying trees is just like killing a human being. Okay, he equates trees with human beings. Okay, he is talking about the equality of the trees with humans. A tree does not die by merely cutting it. Okay, what do we do? Generally the humans cut a tree and they think that they have cut the tree. But here what he says, a tree does not die by merely cutting, because it regrows from where it is cut. Okay, what the poet says, because it regrows from where it is cut. So if it has to be destroyed, then it has to be uprooted. So this is the introduction of this poem. Students, now let's have a look of some selected keywords of this poem. So the first word that we have is jab, which means sudden rough blow. Okay, which means jab. Then leproside, which means discolored bark. You would have seen the tree's bark discolored. Okay, so for this term here the poet has used the term leproside. Then hack. Hack means cut roughly by striking heavy blow. That is what? Hack. Then snapped out, which means chopped out. That's a very common word. The next word that we have is scorching and choking, which means the drying up of the tree after being uprooted. So these are some short of words. Do remember these. Now students, let's discuss about the explanation part of this poem. Students, let's take this first stanza and try to understand that what through these lines the poet wants to speak. It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab of this knife will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leproside is sprouting leaves. Okay, so what through these lines the poet wants to say? The poet wants to say that a simple jab, a simple cut does not destroy a tree. Okay, the tree is not going to be destroyed just by a simple jab, just by a simple cut. Why? Because it has grown slowly. Okay, it has grown slowly, consuming the earth. Okay, it has taken the nutrition from the soil to make itself strong, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust. What is crust, students? Crust means the outer surface of the tree. Okay, or you can also say the bark. Absorbing years of sunlight. The poet says that it takes in sunlight, air, water, okay, that makes it stronger and that makes it bound with the soil surface. Okay, with various leaves. So a simple jab, a simple cut cannot kill a tree. Students, now let's have the another stanza of this poem. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs. Miniature boughs. What is miniature? Small, little boughs. Boughs means branches. Okay, little branches, which if unchecked will expand again to former size. So what the poet says again? The poet talks about that like we human generally what we do, we chop and cut. Okay, we cut and chop, but okay, by chopping and cutting the tree cannot be killed. It is not going to have any pain, just like human beings. If we human beings gets any cut, we bleed. The same way the bleeding bark will heal itself and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs. Once again it will heal, and there from where it is going to be cut, it will have the another miniature boughs. Okay, the another green twigs that we can see, which if unchecked, okay, means if it has not been stopped, will expand again to former size, means it is going to be once again grown like the former size as it has been just even after chopping or cutting. So in simple words we can say the tree cannot be cut, the tree cannot be killed just by a simple jab, just by killing, just by chopping, just by hacking. Okay, now let's take the another stanza. Students, now let's take the third stanza and try to understand what through these lines the poet wants to say. No, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped, tied and pulled out, snapped out or pulled out entirely. Out from the earth cave and the strength of the tree exposed. The source white and wet, the most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. What through these lines the poet wants to say? Students, the poet says that in order to kill the tree, a simple jab is not sufficient. What you need to do actually, it is to be roped, tied, okay? Anyhow, you have to pull it out, okay? Once it is entirely pulled out, what you will see? You will see the white source. What is that? The source white and wet. Here the poet is talking about the roots, okay, hidden under the ground, okay, as the roots of the tree bind the tree with the soil. So that's the main strength of the tree which is there down the earth. So first you need to detach them, and if once it is detached, you are going to be successful in killing the tree, okay, for years inside the earth, okay. This has been there in the earth, the roots, and they have anchored the earth, and that is the thing that makes the tree firm. So a simple jab cannot root out the tree, a simple jab, a simple cut cannot destroy the tree. Now students, let's take the fourth stanza. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it is done. What through this the poet says? Poet says that once the tree is uprooted, now the process starts of scorching and choking, okay. Once it is uprooted, now with the action of wind and sun, it starts withering, it starts drying up, okay, and after that it will twist, it will become brown, it will turn into brown color, okay. So after twisting, withering and drying up completely, it is in the process of getting die, and finally your work is done, means your work is over of killing a tree. So when it is over, once the tree is pulled out, it is uprooted, and when it gets the sunshine and air, later slowly gradually it withers, it dries up, and the tree gets die. So students, what through this poem the poet wants to convey us? The poet wants to convey that as you have seen that in order to kill the tree, it has to be uprooted. The same way, the social evil cannot be put out just by criticizing them. The society should root them up to die forever. So this is for now. Thank you so much for being with me. Take care and goodbye.